things are not going to be going well in the anime industry going forward because they're actually under attack, not just from the West and their social justice puritans, but also from the East via Chinese poachers. Japan's starving anime artists get a hand from Chinese producers. Tencent. You guys know Tencent? I think I've heard that name before. Oh, is that the company that owns literally fucking everything on the planet? Yeah, that Tencent seeks talent as poor work conditions haunt the birthplace of the art form. Yeah, so now all the money Tencent has, they now get to flaunt it and throw it around. And from an animator's perspective, I can understand why they take this offer. I can understand if I was a fucking starving animator forced to work 30, 40 hours a day and get underpaid, and worked into an early grave, and then Tencent came up and said, hey, I'll give you a living wage for that work and you'll work less overtime. I'd fucking take that deal too. So now Japan, the anime industry is in a position, they're going to have to start paying their animators more money, or they're all just going to go to Tencent. Chinese streaming providers are increasingly hunting for talent among animators in Japan, the land where anime was born, but whose own industry has fallen on tough times. Well, maybe one of the saving graces is they all outsource to Korea anyway. So, yeah, maybe we can go straight to Korea, I guess. At a small office building in Machida, the residential area outside of downtown Tokyo, several men in whammons recently were busy drawing what looked like a Shinto shrine gate on tablets using stylus pens. It looks like a typical anime studio in Japan. But this is Colored Pencil Animation Japan, the local unit of a Chinese studio partly owned by China Literature, a Tencent Holdings Group member. Set up in current year -2, Colored Pencil Animation Japan has worked on Chinese anime projects, including the King's Avatar series and other videos. Now, for the record, China's been getting way better about their anime, but the problem is they always shove their politics into it. It's almost always political propaganda in some way. What sets Colored Pencil apart from other studios in Japan is that the Chinese-owned company hires animators as employees, paying about $1,580 a month for those fresh out of school, above the industry average. It also offers an employee-friendly work environment with a flexible arrangement. So again, if I was an animator, I would probably take this deal too if it was presented to me. If I was being treated as badly by my own home industry as these guys are, I could understand. I do not blame the animators at all for jumping ship. More than half of animators in Japan are freelancers. Just 14% of them work as full-timers. A current year -1 survey by the Japanese Animation Creators Association found. Tencent and other streaming platform giants have raced to bolster their libraries since the purchase of Japanese anime was discouraged in current year -2 under Beijing's foreign online content restrictions. As they now seek to produce high-quality anime domestically, Colored Pencil's Chinese parent offers a competitive pay and benefits to capture talented artists in Japan. Yeah, so if the West doesn't end them, the East will. More Chinese companies will follow suit, predicted Daisuke Iijima, a anime industry researcher at Teikoku Databank. Chinese players are not the only ones coveting Japan's anime talent. U.S. heavyweight Netflix signed a comprehensive multi-year tie-up with Tokyo-based production IG in current year -2 to create original works. Ooh. Yeah, now that's actually really tragic because even though they do create good things from time to time, I think they'd be way better off making Japanese things. Netflix sometimes provides production budgets with triple the average spending in Japan, and Mitsuhisa Ishikawa, president of production IG. Oh, but wait, weren't they saying that like Netflix and Crunchyroll and all them going back or going into anime was going to save anime? That's going to make the animators' quality of life better. And then they realized, no, your average animator, there was no fucking difference. I'm sure the executives just pocket all the money. They don't pass any of it down to their grunts. The emergence of cash-rich foreign companies is a godsend for Japanese studios. Though Japan reportedly is home to nearly 260 production studios, Teikoku Databank said that over 30% of anime entities operated in the red during current year -2, the highest rate in 10 years. Bankruptcies and liquidations in the industry hit all-time highs that year as well. Contract rates continue to fall, and the tight labor market prevents companies from expanding operations, creating a vicious cycle. Many companies are on a tightrope. If they lose even one staffer, they wouldn't be able to take on new work and would sink into the red. Oh man, I've worked for companies like that before. So they still treat you like fucking shit. They know damn well that they can't afford to lose you, or else the whole company could be going out of business. But they also know that you are 100% dependent on them to put food on the table. So they still treat you like shit and give you ultimatums. Next time I'm in that position, if you guys are as fucking awesome as you've been so far and Blade Devil keeps doing well, I'm not going to let them get away with that again. The harsh environment hinders industry growth. We have no office, so we work from home, and the company employees come pick up our drawings, set a freelance keyframe artist. We feel isolated, and many people just call it quits because the pay isn't enough to keep you afloat. Now, I get the second part of that complaint, the call it quits because the pay isn't enough, but the first part, we have no office, so we work from home, how the fuck is that a problem? I love that. The artist, a man in his 40s, described the pinch facing the industry. Even though people demand more sophisticated artwork than ever today, not in the West. Have you seen CalArts? The rates have stayed the same at several hundred yen apiece. Concerns are growing that the lack of structure for developing talent will leave a dearth of skilled artists. Oh, they're just going to go indie. Yeah, or they're going to go indie. Oh, Blade Devil anime. I would love to make a Blade Devil anime, but its animation is fucking expensive. Especially since if I were to do an anime, I'd actually want to pay my employees a living wage, the people who are actually working on it and doing it. So we're going to need to make a little bit more money. We're going to have way more successful crowdfunders, like maybe a few years down the line, we'll consider, because it's possible we could do like what Nekopara did, maybe crowdfund an OVA. That'd be a good place to start. Dude, animation is in a whole new league. Animation is way more expensive than comics and even video games in a lot of cases. I would sooner make a video game than animation, because a video game is at least within reach of me and of my skill set and the skills of the people I know and I'd be working with. And we could do it at without breaking the bank. Not with animation, though. Animation is completely out of the question. That is way too fucking expensive for now. But we want to work our way up there eventually. Yeah, maybe the first arc of Blade Devil would be a good OVA. Yeah, then we could if we could do an OVA for each arc, that would be nice. When Colored Pencil in Japan once outsourced drawing work to a local studio, its Chinese parent angrily sent it back, complaining that the quality was not fit for streaming. The poor treatment of workers in Japan could result in an industry slump. True. The CEO noted how the tables have turned in the industry. Now that cash-rich companies in China have bought digital drawing facilities, the quality of Chinese anime has improved significantly. Chinese studios used to serve as subcontractors for Japanese companies, but our positions have been reversed. Things ain't looking good for the land of anime for now. This is why they keep just appealing more and more towards their core audience. Oh man, I am so excited to tell you guys right now that finally, after about a year of build-up and shilling, we have launched Blade Devil on Indiegogo, and so far it is doing so well thanks to awesome people like you. If you haven't backed it yet, then please check the links in the description and check out Blade Devil on Indiegogo. You will not be disappointed. Looking forward to seeing you there.